In this state, there is no separation, and the creator and the created are one and the same. Further, there is no process to reach the creator, which is one's own self. With this blunder called Mula Ajnana, or fundamental ignorance, we go through life. All kinds of ignorance manifest in different forms. When the sadhaka realizes and accepts his mistake, he can change because he understands himself as existence, consciousness, and bliss absolute. All seeking ends, and Jivan Mukta realizes himself as the all-pervading Brahman. What we can change is our perception, which is that of a separate entity, to Brahman. When we do that, right there, we experience that God exists and dwells in us. This is a root of Vedanta, when we say that God realization and self-realization are one and the same. Only Vedantic philosophy states this. In Vedanta, in the knowledge, in the Brahma Vidya, there is no invention. The sadhana that Vedanta prescribes is of discovering and revealing, where there is no achievement because there is nothing to achieve. We are only rediscovering our own self. This is the state of Jivan Mukta. He has completed his duties or actions because he has no purpose. From the 49th to the 53rd shloka, the state of the Jivan Mukta is discussed. Shloka 49 says that the enlightened person with self-knowledge is called Jivan Mukta. This beautiful concept is there only in Vedanta. It says Tat Vidvan, meaning he gives up all his upadhis or limiting adjuncts. The one who thinks of himself as a man cannot be a Jivan Mukta because he is limited by his thought. The Jivan Mukta is above and beyond that because he does not see himself with this body as a limiting adjunct. Swamiji explained this with the example of the t-shirt. Now, it says Satchidananda Rupatvat, meaning that this is because he experiences himself as supreme existence, consciousness, bliss, absolute. Swamiji emphasized that these are experiences of reality and not mere words. It is difficult to have a conversation with the Jivan Mukta, and that results in a communication problem. For him, our questions are not applicable and his responses are not needed. Therefore, what Jivan Mukta does is that he will keep calm and quiet without uttering a word. He is unable to have thought to communicate to you. That mauna, that silence, is the ultimate silence of Brahman, maunam vyakhyanam. Without uttering a word, he delivers a whole lecture in mauna. You ask a question and he actually answers in the language of silence. With the analogy of a Brahmarakida, a wasp, it is said that he transforms himself into another stage, into a different realm. Similarly, by constant concentration on Brahma, applying his mind on Brahma, he will become steady mentally in a peaceful state. He does not practice meditation anymore. His mind becomes meditation itself. You are not a separate entity. For him, you are there within him. Everything becomes Atma. Because all other objects within him become Atma, there is no action whatsoever. When you ask for something in your perception, you are asking the Jivan Mukta because you're separate from that. So you have questions and you ask. For him, you're not asking anything as you are not separate from him. Actually, he accepts you as his own self. There is no you and him. There is only one self. Shloka 50 states that having crossed the ocean of delusion, the Jivan Mukta has transformed himself from this state of unreality to that of reality. Demons like passion and aversion attack and cause problems. Jivan Mukta has crossed all these. He has harmonized himself to peace because there is no confusion in him. He is Atma Rama and his state is Atmani Arama. He is resting in himself. He shines as he is one with that all-pervading self called Atma. All duality is dropped. We ordinary people have this perspective of duality deeply embedded in us. It is not there in the Jivan Mukta, for his experience is singular and is aloneness, kevala. Shloka 51 continues with the same idea. Jivan Mukta has renounced the outside feelings and attachments that are not permanent but only momentary. He could do that because he has the inner experience of sukha. He is established in himself. He does not search outside and he shines inwardly. With the idea, with the example of the lamp, with the example of the light of a lamp, this idea is explained. The next shloka, shloka 52, says that Jivan Mukta identifies himself as space that is everywhere and all pervading. Because he is not attached to it, even though he is with limiting body mind adjuncts, he is Jivan Mukta. He is untouched by all these attributes. He has the mind, but he acts like he has no mind. He is highly intelligent, but acts as if he is dull and a fool. Shankaracharya defines the Jivan Mukta saying, Sarvavit mudhavat tishthet asakto vayuvaccharet. He is one who knows each and every single thing, but also acts like a mudha, a fool, not affected by praise or blame, but remains always calm. The Jivan Mukta thinks you do not understand reality, therefore you believe that you are real. He remains without attachment, unattached to any action. He will move around with his prarabdha sharira. That is the character of the Jivan Mukta. These 4 shlokas describe the state of the Jivan Mukta completely. The last part of Atmabodha is about karma. We started with sadhana and described the ultimate goal as Brahma Jnana. After the discussion about creation, the text ends with Jivan Mukta. This is how most of the Vedantic scriptures are presented. With this, Swamiji concluded the 19th class of Atmabodha. Let us now listen to Swamiji. Namaste.
Shrutismritipuranamalayam karunalayam namami bhagavatpadam Shankaram lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheta Vibhagini Vyomavadvyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Tapo Vikshina Papanam Shandanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshyoyam Atmabodho Bhidhiyate Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Namo Narayanaya The state of realized sage has two parts. One is called Jivan Mukta, Jivan Mukti. The Mukti while in life. And the second one is called Videha Mukti. The Mukti, the moksha, after the body has ceased off, after the death. So, the separation of body is called Videha. Deha means body. V means separated. So for a normal person, the separation of body, or in other words, we can say, the separation of subtle body from the gross body, physical body, is called death. This is the definition of death according to Vedanta. The separation of Sukshma Sharira from Stula Sharira. And the connection, or when Sukshma Sharira enters into Stula Sharira, is called birth. So for a normal person, the separation of Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, is called death. That's forever. He died, his body is destroyed. But in the case of Jivan Mukta, a realized sage, he was separated from body even while he was in life. So we call him as Jivan Mukta. He seems to be living with the body, acting with the body, but actually, from his perspective, he's not living with the body. He's separated from body. So from our point of view, he has the body, he is experiencing the body, and he's doing almost all the activities what we do. That is our perspective. But from his perspective, he is actually separated from the body. He is using the body as an instrument, an equipment to exhaust his prarabdha karma. So in that case, that realized person is called Jivan Mukta. So he is free from all karmas, all experience what we call as material life. So he is actually separated from that. He has no egocentric experiences. He has no such individuality which feels good and bad, and good experiences and bad experiences. And when you listen to this, you may think, oh, it can happen only to him who is a big sage, enlightened person. No. Actually, we are all like that. We have no body. We are using the body as our instrument. Our actual experience, actual existence is beyond the body. All these are, as I said, the body, mind, intellect, pranas, ego, these are all equipments. When we experience the deep sleep, we are very much there, but we don't have this body as an instrument because we have no awareness of body. The important point here is, in deep sleep, we have this experience that we have no awareness of body. It doesn't mean we are enlightened. We realized the self. No, this is a natural process. But in the case of realized person, while he is in the body in a waking state, he experiences, I am not this, but I am that. I am that person. I am that existence which we experience, which I experience in Sushupti. So he is identifying himself with the deep sleep experience, deep sleep Atma. So if we could do this, certainly we will be experiencing Jivan Mukti. We have only one mistake we are doing, is that we are identifying ourselves with this waking state and the body-mind complex. If we could identify ourselves with the Sushupta Atma, the experience in deep sleep, you will be free from all your problems. Because then you know this problem is there in the vehicle. This problem is there in the instrument, there in the vehicle. You are using that vehicle, that's all. I am not, I am free from this. And this, no, this is it's a fact. It's not an imagination. It's not any creation here. It's a fact that you are like that. So this is the difference between Jivan Mukta and normal person. You can see only slight difference, very minute. Just to shift the identity from this experience, empirical experience, to the deep sleep experience. That's all. You are done. Is it possible to do that? So why you are not doing that? Do it as soon as possible. So you do it today. Experience the deep sleep. And from tomorrow you identify yourself with that existence and leave this bodily experience. So then you are out of body. Out of body by knowledge, out of body by experience. So don't wait. Take it seriously and do it now. Then you have the experience of Jivan Mukti. The body will be taken care by Prarabdha Karma. Now this Prarabdha Karma is tremendously helping you. No, without Prarabdha Karma, nothing can happen that you know. So you are here because of your Prarabdha Karma. So if you are experiencing something bad, you are not responsible for that. Your Atma is not responsible for that, but the Prarabdha Karma is responsible for that. If you are experiencing something good, you have good friends, good relations, and a good wealth, good health, then that's because of that Prarabdha Karma you have. So when I say you have Prarabdha Karma, it means your body-mind complex is holding that. Prarabdha Karma will not touch Atma. Because when you sleep, no, there is no Prarabdha Karma. Prarabdha Karma cannot work there. It's very interesting. Even in one day life, we have all these experiences, different experiences. We are with body and without body, with mind, without mind, you see. So when the Prarabdha Karma is completed, the complete exhaustion of Prarabdha Karma, then the body falls. He gives up the body. And that stage after that is called Videha Mukti. So now in 53rd shloka, shloka number 53, we are going to discuss the Videha Mukti. Upadhi vilayad Vishnu nirvishesham vishen munihi jale jalam viyatvyomni tejas tejas sivayatha. So interesting, this shloka. It's so simple, but it takes you to the state of Videha Mukti and directly connect you there. It says, Upadhi vilayad Vishnoho nirvishesham vished munihi. The Muni, the sage who has experienced and who realized himself as all-pervading consciousness. Nirvishesham. Now he has no attributions. Upadhi vilayat. So now his body has completed, exhausted the Prarabdha Karma, the Upadhi vilayat. Upadhi is body complex. So all that was conditioned with this body, like I am a man, I am a woman, I am this, I am that, I am so and so. all these conditions were upadhis, attributions, and all those attributions got its karma completed. So now it cannot stand, it cannot work. Now, as you know, in your body, part by part, the different parts of the body stops working. When your karma of hearing is exhausted, you cannot hear, your hearing will stop. Similarly, when the karma for seeing objects, when it completes, the karma completes, then you can't see. Like that, when you have to stop chewing or no, your teeth will disappear. So now what else? One by one. You can't walk, you can't hold things, you can't sit. So one by one loses its strength, and karma will make you ready. It will give you, send so many messages that you get ready for living. This karma has exhausted, and now this karma has exhausted. So be ready for leaving this body. So it gives so many signs, send so many messages. But unfortunately, you don't take care of them. You don't bother to think about that and understand the message which is sent by prarabdha, because it goes, it's with the process it goes. So once that is completed, now the body cannot live anymore. Body has to set down. So then upadhi vilayat Vishnu nirvishesham vishet munihi. Then he will enter into nirvishesham. What is that? That is called Vishnu. Vishnu means all pervading. All pervading Atma is called Vishnu. Veveshti iti Vishnu. Vishnu is one of famous god in our mythology, but the real meaning of Vishnu is all-pervading existence, consciousness. So he enters into that. He leaves this body, and his individuality is no more individuality. He is not more identifying himself with the body. So he is everywhere. Now you look at the examples he is bringing here, Acharya is bringing here. Jale jalam, like the water merges into water, and water plus water, water. So it means water is one with the water. The rivers flow into the sea, the ocean, and then one with the ocean. The rivers, they lose their individuality when they merge into ocean. Now there is no names and forms for those rivers. Those rivers cannot be identified individually, separately. They are one with the ocean. We call those rivers as ocean only. So this is how it happens. Now that person is no more individual. He has no name, no form. He will not identify your relations. No, we don't know when people leave this body, whether they identify their friends or not. But one experience says somebody had this out of body experience, and he had a special siddhi, what we call it on special quality of mind. He got some special ability to talk to those spirits who left the body. So he could talk to those spirits. So then he happened to be in a place where he came across a spirit, and he asked that spirit. That was a spirit of a mother. No, she had many children and like that. So he asked that spirit, "Are you that person?" No, some name. She, some Lakshmi or some name she asked. She said, "No, I don't have this name. I'm not this name." So then he asked, "You have these 4 children?" "No, I don't have 4 children." No, they are doing all karmas for you, and they are waiting for you, and they are praying for you, or they are appreciating you, and they have kept your photos in their rooms. You are not their mother? No, I am not. So then he was wondering how it is possible, because everything they are believing that. So that spirit said, "I have no connection with all this. So I don't have any family. I don't have this name. This is not my name, and this is not. I have no connection with all those." And then this person went to those children of that mother, and he uttered all these words, their conversation. Then they were wondering, "Oh, this is the reason. Then why we should keep mother's photo and all those things, and why we are giving we know in India we have this custom of giving shraddha. So we do all these shraddha and karmas. Shraddha means we offer some food and some water, and yearly, monthly, some day, and which day they left their body. So we offer all this to our grandparents and like that. So it's there. It's called shraddha. So then why you are doing all this? So it means if she is not identifying with us, no, what is there? So then he said, that's not her problem. It's your problem that you have relation. Now you have life, you are living with that. And that mother, when she was in her body, physical body, she gave you so much. She gave you life, she gave you birth, she brought you up. So you have so much gratitude, so much to give her back. This is from your side. For her, now she has completed her prarabdha, and she finished it. Now this relation of this, what you say, the family relation has completed, because now she is going to get another family. So how can she connect with you? How can she remain with you? It's not possible, because she has to get another family, or she will go to another stage of life, another life. So like, no, if one girl married to a boy, and she divorces and then married to another boy, then if after marrying another boy, she still consider herself as wife of the first boyfriend, then what would happen to her family? So again, again there is a chance of break, no? So therefore, if she changes her husband, she must change the family, she must change everything. So that is what the story says. Actually, this is not story. This is somebody experienced this and told me directly. Uh, she said like that, because I asked that person how would be the spirit after leaving the body, experiencing the family and the connection with that. Actually, it is not in that level. It cannot be, because they are going to get another life. So they just left, like you are divorcing, your boyfriend or girl, husband or wife, like that. They just divorced and disconnected. Because according to the Shastra, this prarabdha karma is completed. Now, how can that spirit come back to this prarabdha karma? It's not possible. The God will give no chance to connect it to the family. As per the theory of karma, it's like that. But from the people who are there in that family or their relatives, they have connection, because they have still the prarabdha. They are in life. So they have to fulfill all their good duties. This is how it is happening. Because the gratitude never ends. This gratitude towards parents never ends, never ends. It's for all life. Because this life you are having, you are enjoying, is brought by those parents. Now, how can you fulfill the gratitude there? So therefore, as long as you are there, you ought to obey all the customs and system of the religion and that family system. This is according to the religion, okay? In our Hindu religion is something different, and in Christian they have something different. Or each religion has different concept on this. But one thing is sure, that you cannot get rid of the gratitude towards your parents and forefathers. So that is for sure. So this is how we are relating with others. Now this enlightened person, while leaving itself, he realized that he is not this body. He is beyond this body. He has no body. He has no mind. All these are instruments, and he is living with those instruments so long as the prarabdha remains. So when prarabdha gets lost, then there is no connection with all these activities. So that's one example is given, Jale Jalam. And the another example, Vyad Vyomni. Just imagine the space outside, the space inside. Has any difference? Is there any difference that space outside, space inside? No. The space inside is the same space outside. Only the difference is you have made the walls. You are covering with something. You are enveloping something. So when you remove that envelopment, the envelope, when you remove that, then there is no separation, no boundary, no barrier. So the space is one. And for this space, there is no going, no coming, no change. Only thing is, you have removed the barrier. The delimitation is removed. Now that space is not delimited. It is unlimited. Similarly, when this body is no more, the inside space is one with outside space. The inside consciousness is one with outside consciousness, and there is no separation as such. So, Vyad Vyomni, Tejas Tejasi. Light is one with light. No? When solar light comes, sun rises, the lunar light disappears. There is no moonlight anymore. What happens? The moon is not shining. Of course, moon is still shining. But the light of the lunar light, the moonlight, is merged with sunlight, because sunlight is so powerful. You cannot separate the moonlight from sunlight. So it's the one. Similarly, the lights from stars. Only in the night you can see shining stars. But in the daytime, though the stars are there, but you can't see those lights of stars. Okay. This is how it happens. This is actually one. So similarly, Tejas Tejasi. And in Kathopanishad also says this. Agnir ko bhuvanam pravishto rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva. Vayur ko bhuvanam pravishto rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva. It says, I like these words very much. Therefore, I am remembering this. It says, the fire. In front of you, there is a table. Okay. I hope you all sitting on chair, and in front of you, there is a table. Okay. In that table, if it is made of wood or any other material, it has fire, no? Huh? No, you don't see fire there. You say, no, it's not fire, it's wood. How can I say it's fire? But fire is there. The element fire is there. If you want test, fire is there or not, just take the lighter and connect with that wood, and you can see the fire there. Just you don't do now because that is very dangerous. But I am saying, if you want to test, you can do it. So the fire is there in the wood, but you can't see it. When you light it, when you take a light and lit it up, you can see it. So the fire is there everywhere, but only with a reason. In some particular situation, circumstances, the fire appears. It needs a connection. If you connect the firewood with fire, it will burn. So the fire is there, the element is there. You are unable to see. It's giving the energy, it's holding the energy there. So Agnir Yatheka Bhuvanam Pravishto. You see, in those days, in Upanishad era, even in those days, they had this knowledge. Now we scientifically proved this. But how they had this? How they could see that fire inside all these? So, Rupam Rupam Pratirupo Vabhuva. It is said that fire is seen in different forms. All what you see outside, it's all fire in different forms. Similarly, Vayur Yatheko Bhuvanam Pravishta. Vayur Yatheko Bhuvanam Pravishta. It is everywhere. The air is everywhere. But you can't see. Air is inside the materials and outside the materials. Air is there inside our body, outside the body. Everywhere it is there. But we are unable to perceive it, see it. It doesn't mean it is not there. Similarly, this Atma is everywhere. You are seeing it. You are experiencing it. But you are unaware of that. So when fire appears, you say there is fire. But seeing a piece of wood, you don't say fire, it is fire, fire is there. No, you don't say that. Our perception is different. So that is what it says. Now, Atma is everywhere. We are experiencing the Atma. Because of Atma, we are there. Because of Atma, we are hearing. Because of Atma, one is talking. Because of Atma, one is sitting. Because of Atma, one is breathing. But it is everywhere and it's always available. You don't pay anything. So you don't mind. You don't care for that. So this is what is happened. When something is freely available, effortlessly available, then you don't care for that. When you spend money for something, when you put lot of effort for something to achieve, you care for that, you take so serious. This is the problem with human minds. So the air is everywhere. It's freely available. You are not paying for air. Therefore, you don't care. If now every month you have to pay a lump sum amount for air, breathing oxygen, then we can see the difference that you will care for that. Now you have water bills and electrical bills, and you pay for your food. Similarly, if you pay for oxygen, air, space, a space, of course, you pay, because if you want a space to live, you pay that. You buy a flat with a lot of money. So, therefore, try to experience this, the all-pervading existence. That is what Upanishad says. So, Atma is everywhere. It's like fire in all materials, like air everywhere. So, you accept that and think about that. The next sloka continued with this Videha Mukti concept. Again, very in a different approach. It said, Yad labha na paro labho, Yad sukha na param sukham, Yad jnanat na param jnanam, Tad brahmet yavadharayet. Yad labhat na paro labha. Someone may ask, why you are talking so much, so highly about this Brahman, this Atma? What does it have? What is the speciality of that? So yad labhat na paro labha. Other than which, the attainment of which, there is no other attainment. It means once you attain Atma, you will feel, you will experience that this is complete. Now there is no more achievement. I don't need any more achievement. I don't need anything more. So yad labhat na paraha labha. Now for today, if you have achieved something, you have so much planned for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, for next month, and for next year. So you have so much to achieve. A long list that you want to achieve this and complete that. So you have no time to think about other things because you are so much worried about your achievements. But once you achieve yourself, don't feel that there is something more to achieve. So there is no more achievements. There's nothing to achieve. Now, you see, this is a difficult situation. If you feel this, what would happen? People will say you are a lazy man, lazy woman, and sitting like this. You are not doing anything. No, what is your life? Or people will say you are depressed. You are mentally ill. Therefore, you are not acting. You cannot say that I have attained everything. I have achieved everything. Now I don't have to achieve anything. So I am not working. What is there? No, you cannot say that. Nobody will accept. If you sit like this, if you say it again and again that I have achieved this, I have achieved this, I don't have any more achievement. So then they will ask you, okay, that's in that case, it's okay. At least you can do preaching. You preach on that. So what you have achieved? They will not leave you off like that. They will come behind you and say, you say what you have achieved. At least no, you do lectures on that or write book on that. What you achieved. So yeah, they will engage you in some action. Because otherwise there is no life in this world. So even though you achieved everything, you cannot declare that you achieved, but you have to show that you have not achieved, and you have to work. You have to do some action. Otherwise, people will no, make you difficult. So yel labha na paro labho, yat sukha na param sukham. So once you achieve that bliss, the blessedness, there is nothing more to experience. Yet the sukha, the ultimate bliss that you have achieved, that is a param sukha. Now there is no more wish, no more desire for another sukha. So there is no degree of comparison even. You don't compare that I have this much happiness now, and tomorrow I will get more happiness. I will try to get more happiness. Today I have this. So you always compare. Therefore, what happened? No, you will not enjoy the happiness what you are having. During that enjoyment also, you are worried about more happiness. So at that present time, when you are experiencing that happiness, you have the worry there. So the happiness is mixed with worry. And you know that when worry is there, what hell it makes. If you mix with worry in any of your experience, that experience will be less enjoyable. When you taste ice cream, if you are worried about sugar, you are worried about your health, you are worried about your throat, or you are worried about something else, what would happen? You can't enjoy that ice cream. You wasted your money for that. Because so many worries come together, and then the enjoyment is lost. So therefore, people spend so much money for enjoyment, their physical enjoyment, mental enjoyment, and play and everything. But the problem is they have least enjoyment in that time, because they have so much other worries mixed with that. You understand what I am saying? What I am saying is, in this world, this in empirical experience, you are not actually experiencing happiness. Your happiness, enjoyment is mixed with sorrow, mixed with worries, mixed with so many other things. So therefore, people have so many problems in their daily life. Very, very rich people, they are unable to enjoy their life. Their relations are not good. They just make hell of their life because they are not satisfied with it. One person thinks, because of my wife, I am not enjoying. So the wife thinks, because of this husband, I am not enjoying. If I say change the husband, I will get more enjoyment, and she will go for another husband, and the same thing will repeat there. Because it's not, the problem is not with the husband, the problem is the wife, the person itself. The problem is not there in other objects. So keep on changing, and every time when you change, as you know, when you change any object, anything, when you change, you have to adjust with that. It takes some time to adjust with that. You marry a person, it will take some time to get everything adjusted. So once that adjustment is clear, then these worries comes, and then problems comes, and it goes like that. So therefore, in this experience, the happiness is always mixed with unhappiness or sorrow. So therefore, it's not complete. But once you experience your own Atma without any condition, without any objects outside, that would be ultimate. The logic says that would be ultimate. Because you think you are right always. You are not wrong. So that is right, because you are right. Your nature is complete. There is no fault, there is no problems in your nature. Your essential nature is complete, and therefore you think, I am complete, I have no problem, and I don't accept any what do you say, problem in me. I am complete. So I am not accepting anything. So this is what the sukha is, ultimate sukha, ultimate happiness. So try to experience your own self, which is full, which is complete. Purnam. Yat jnanat na param jnanam. So the knowledge, when you experience the knowledge of Atma, you feel that this knowledge is ultimate. Yad jnanat na aparam jnanam. Apart from this knowledge, no other knowledge is complete. So this is my experience. So this knowledge is complete. So my experience, my own experience is complete. Now in your now in life, you want to achieve many things, and once you achieve Atma Jnana, you have no more achievement, nothing to achieve. You complete your achievement. And when you get the happiness of Brahman, the bliss of Brahman, you are always in the bliss. You have no desire for more bliss. That's complete. Now the third thing is knowledge. We are all eager to know more and more. So when you experience the knowledge of Brahman, that knowledge alone is complete. Until you get that knowledge, you will feel uncompleteness. Uncompleteness. So you will not feel complete. So this is how we experience Brahman ultimately. So Tad Brahma iti avadharaya. Thus, that sage realized Brahman. Tad Brahma iti avadharaya. He experiences the completeness of all, the completeness of knowledge, the completeness of happiness, the completeness of achievements. So now, Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. Now he is no more a human being. Now he is not identifying himself as a human being. He is Brahma, Brahman itself. He himself is Brahman. He is not lesser than Brahman. He is complete with that. He is one with that. So this is how we realize this. And all this discussion, what we have here is Swarupa Lakshana. It means the nature of Brahman. And along with that, what we are trying to experience, that is also discussed. So we try to get something more. So it's always there. That is our life. We want change. No, I don't know, you ever have thought about why you want always change? You struggle for changes. Why you want to change? Change this, change that, change this, all this, constantly change. When I ask people, they say it is natural. No, change is natural. You need a change. Otherwise, how can we live? No, this change, the mentality for change shows you are not experiencing the completeness there. You are not experiencing the satisfaction. You are unsatisfied with everything. And this unsatisfaction shows your mind is outward. And you have to contemplate on yourself. So just think, who wants all this? And why I want to change myself? So this is how it happens. So this struggle for change shows incompleteness, unsatisfaction. And unsatisfaction is the tragedy of life. If you are unsatisfied, you are not going to enjoy anything. If you are basically unsatisfied, you are not going to enjoy anything. No enjoyment can give you happiness. So that is another problem with this. And the same discussion continued with the next shloka as well. Tadrishtva na param drishyam yad bhutva na punarbhavaha yajñātvā na param nyeyam tad brahmetyavadhārayet. That is that Brahman. That is the Brahman that what you experience. Yad drishtva na param drishyam. Having seen which you don't bother to see anything else. Yad drishtva na param drishyam. So there is no more, there is nothing to be seen again. So yad drishtva, having seen which, yat na aparam. Aparam means yet another object to see. So there is no another object to see. So you have completed the seeing. So you are not interested to see outside objects. Yad bhutva na punarbhavaha. Having become which? Having experienced which? No more other experience or no more birth again. So na punarbhavaha. Bhava means birth. So this is complete. Now you don't have karma to experience. So there is no another birth. So yad bhutva na punarbhavaha. Yajñātvā na param nyeyam. Having known which there is nothing else to be known. Na aparam nyeyam. There is nothing else to be known. The object of knowing, the object for knowing is completed. Now you are one with that. There is no object-subject relation. So yajñātvā na param nyeyam tad brahmetya avadhāraya. So that is Brahma, that is your nature, you are that. So experience this. Try to contemplate on this. The reality underlying the effect, in all effects, what you see is non-different from the reality of yourself. The underlying reality of the world, the outside objects, is not different from your own reality. Now, you have no relation with outside objects because you are that. When you see something separate from you, you may think about relating yourself with that. So here it's totally different. When Vedanta says about reality, it means Brahman is the only reality. There is no question of other realities. So the underlying reality, what we call the substratum, is that one Brahman. And that underlying reality is freely available. You don't have to pay anything. You have to pay only attention. If you pay attention, you can realize it. You see, so simple it is. It is so simple as you see yourself, your face in front of or in that mirror. You just see yourself in that mirror. So it's free, it's everywhere, it is one, it's not different from you, and you are experiencing it. It's always with you, but you are not paying attention, so it is missing you. And it cannot go away from you. So at last, you have to accept that I am this reality. I am the only reality. It's quite possible. So this stage of experience is called perfection. This stage of experience is called ultimate satisfaction. This stage of experience is called enlightenment. And this stage of experience is called emancipation. The final emancipation. Okay. So try to experience this. You are the seer, you are the experiencer, you are the experience, and you are the experience. So now what left? The experience. So be with that. Try to see or try to analyze any of your experience. Any of your experience. It can be physical experience, mental experience, outside experience, worldly experience, the material experience, whatever. Try to experience that experience. Be aware with that experience. Don't bring worries into any of your experience. When you enjoy coffee, be with that. When you enjoy coffee, don't worry that coffee has too much of caffeine, or it may damage my health, or it may damage my heart, it may damage my brain. No, all this. Don't bring that. If you like to drink coffee, drink it. That's all. If you are worrying it, don't drink it. So, but don't mix happiness with worries. Okay. So this is a special lesson for today. And if you practice this, I guarantee you that you will see a big change in you if you don't bring worries into actual experience. So try to avoid unnecessary worries. Okay? So thank you all. Now, I think today we stop here. If any question, I can take one question for 5 minutes.
If anybody wants to ask question, please raise your hand, unmute and ask. Nobody.
Thank you. No question. I am happy with that. So no worries. So no question. Okay. Okay.
I think there's
Hari
one.
Om. Ah, yeah. Please.
There's one question on the chat box.
Okay.
This is Dr. Anita Nambiar. Is it true that only 1 in 10 lakh get moksha?
Pardon, I could not get the word. I missed one word between. What?
Is it true that only 1 in 10 lakh gets moksha?
No. There is no number calculation for moksha. Anybody can get. So there is no census made for moksha. So you don't have to count like that. All of you who are attending these classes, I hope you all will get moksha. So what is that? Okay? Hari Om. Om Pranam.
Thank you so much.